Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Guardians of Haven. Something to talk about. Thank you for joining us for your weekly dose of superhero shenanigans. My name is Alex, and I will be your humble game master this evening. Tonight, we are playing Mutants Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG, which is produced by Green Ronin Publishing. It is a D20 system that focuses on exciting superhero action with a character creation system that offers unlimited customization options to create your superhero. One of my favorite game mechanics ever is found in M&M and has the use of hero points as a currency the players have that changes the fate of the story and doesn't suck like inspiration points in D&D. These points can be used for rerolls, player scene editing, and even modifying or improving a character's powers in a pinch. Hero points are earned by leaning into genre tropes, acting heroically, good role-playing, jokes I think are funny, jokes I think aren't funny, and suffering setbacks just like superheroes and other media. And from you, the audience. If you donate, subscribe, any of the fun stuff to our stream during stream, you're given a hero point that you can give to the player or game master of your choice. We've gathered some divided heroes tonight. Say heidi ho, chums.
Heidi ho,
Hey
chums.
ho, chums.
Heroes?
Heroes.
I want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little bit about themselves, the character they are playing, and have them answer my question of the day, which is, what job would your character be the worst at? Starting with Andy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andy. I'm here on Monday nights for our superhero shenanigans. You can also find me over on our YouTube channel where I host the Storyforge series and our website where I write blog posts. Tonight, I am playing Aelin, our Arcanthian femme fatale. And to answer the question of the day, customer service, because 3 different personalities in one body is going to be one heck of a way to mess with people on the other end of the phone. So she might get a kick out of it, but she'd be horrible at it for the business that she's doing it for. And with that, I'm going to throw a random dart, and we're going to go to Jonesy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jonesy, and tonight I'll be playing the fabulous and flamboyant captain of this makeshift crew, Flynn. And so, as for the question of the day, what job would Flynn be bad at? Any legal job. So, anything that he has to abide by lots of rules or regulations or anything like that, he would just no, he'd be bad at it. But yes, and with that, I will kick it over to Kevin.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin. Enough said there. I am playing Chimera, the preserver artifact that's made of people, like Soylent Green. I should have went with green instead of blue-gray as a color. But anyway, I'm getting off task here. Surprise, surprise. As for the question of the day, what job would Chimera be really bad at? That would probably be some kind of counseling job. I mean, he means well, but he just doesn't really connect with people emotionally. And with that, I'm going to kick it over to the angriest Moon twin, Calvin. I mean, what?
I suppose today she is. Hey everyone, I'm Calvin. I'm playing the angriest Moon twin, Alara, the psychic super from the dark side of the moon. I'm here on Mondays and Tuesdays and also over on the Women's Dice channel on various days doing podcasts and streams. For the question of the day, is being a superhero a job? Because apparently she'd be really terrible at it. As I realized last session, she doesn't prioritize saving people very well when she has something else she wants to do, which I feel like is a thing superheroes should be better at. So, I mean, I don't know if you get paid, so I don't know if that counts as a job or just like volunteer work.
Apparently, you and She-Hulk have that in common. You don't know if anyone gets paid.
Yeah. Well, we need to figure out the superhero legal system in this world. But with that, I guess I'll pass it off to the calmest Moon twin.
There's nothing calm about what's happening in her brain at the moment.
I mean, relative to
the most anxious Moon twin.
Yeah, you know how rough it is for Ursa to be described as the calmest?
Right.
Well, hi, I'm Kat. I am playing the calmest Moon twin, Ursa. She's telekinetic, she's crazy. She also is in possession of half of the Moonstone right now, which is not great. As for the question of the day, besides, I don't think her excelling at being the keeper of the Moonstone would go very well. I don't think that she would do very well in like a social services type of job. She doesn't have a whole lot of like self-control, so if she ever saw somebody that had like a bad situation, she couldn't follow the legal course, and I think she would just murder everybody, and then that would be bad. I mean, it would not be bad, but wouldn't be legal. So yeah, and I guess I'll pass it to Alex.
For the record, you guys haven't met either of the Calmus Moon twins yet. They're coming later in the story.
Shut up.
What?
Oh.
Don't add any more of us.
Hence lies and allegations. I don't know
The last thing the solar system needs.
This is more Moon twins.
You're right.
We are the Moon.
Moon Squad.
It's the Moon octuplets.
Oh.
It's cheaper by the dozen, actually. That's the Steve Martin's going to show up at one point.
That was the slogan for when they made them.
What job would I be horrible at? Any job that involves comforting somebody who is suffering from trauma. Yep, that's it. Cool.
Alex just gives him a pat on the head. Sorry about that, bud.
It could always be worse.
My
Let
job
me tell
is-
you about all the ways that it could be worse.
My job is to now comfort you for all the trauma I put you through.
Oh my god.
You're being rescued. Do not resist. Oy vey. Okay. So yeah, I guess without further ado, we can go ahead and get started. Last week on Guardians of Haven, I didn't say the other game. Good job, Alex. It's only been 4 months or whatever.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. Our heroes found themselves in the midst of a massive invasion at the hands of Conan Blood Ravager, the the former enemy of Aelin, and
It feels like you're saying Conan in a really snobby way.
I am saying it in a very snobby way. There's a hyphen in the middle.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's also been like 6 months, Cat, but what is time? Time is fake. Conan Blood Ravager was attacking Starhaven, and our heroes decided the best way to tackle that issue was to split up and try to solve as many problems as they could in pairs. Ursa and Chimera headed off to stop a crashing transport from coming to the ground. They did very successfully. Aelin and Flynn went off to assist Mama Kyger with escorting Sun Ren, who they found out was a Gru, to a nice, nifty safe house. They left the Gru there, but they took a couple of extra people to the safe house. Yes, Conan the Starbarian. And Ursa and Phoenix /
Nope.
Icarus. No,
Nope.
sorry, Alara and Icarus / Phoenix went off to be not as successful at stopping a building from collapsing.
Oh no.
Slap in the face. What just happened there? I don't even know.
Icarus wound up in Hades once again, punching the sky like, oh my god, why is this my life? Or unlife, as it were.
That's how the Breakfast Club ends. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
God.
They don't show the explosion right after that scene. That takes out Bender. And Alara found the Moonstone on the speedster Stellar Imperium trooper who had stolen it, and he said, please help me. She said, nah, fuck them kids, and then he blew up the building.
Word for word.
Yep, that was the scene. Go back and watch it. Timestamp it and leave a comment. So the ferryman saw this display of self-centeredness on Alara's part and decided that Alara was not a good custodian for the Moonstone and took it up and handed it to Ursa, who decided not to tell anybody about it.
Yet.
Well,
God, it's been like 5 minutes.
Never believe Alex's versions of things. That's probably a good life lesson. Afterwards, all of our heroes reconvened at the Pegasus starport, attempting to rescue some beleaguered pilots and stop the Blood Ravagers from destroying everything. Ursa raised her hand up and attempted to wrench the Blood Ravager vessel out of the sky, and instead the Moonstone activated and atomized the entire thing. After which, Conan Blood Ravager appeared on the dome of Starhaven and said, "Hey, knock it off. We're in control of the Propyliae, the device that makes the life support work inside this bubble. If you do not do what we say, we'll turn the bubble off and we'll give my dad a graveyard. We're fine with that." While revealing that she had Daedalus, again, kidnapped, once again.
God.
That was fast.
That was very
Mostly
fast.
useless.
This adventure actually marks the time that I got to put Daedalus getting kidnapped into the canon, so, haha. Don't let your dreams be dreams, kids. And
Wow.
we pick up with our heroes as they have received this announcement, and as the conflict in the starport, the conflict of the starport has come to a pause as the ship has been vaporized and the Blood Ravagers have fled. And I will just drop it into your guys' lap.
Aelin just watches the whole announcement, kind of shakes her head, and says, "Oh, not again."
Ursa is still staring into the sky where she just atomized a ship unintentionally.
And Alara is staring at Ursa.
Are you sure it isn't time for a colorful metaphor?
Oh, Chimera, roll a d3.
Oh, no. Shit.
Oh shit.
D3. And we're not going to mess around with the old roll, so we're just going to say 3.
Chimera, the dark entity, is in control right now.
Oh shit.
Oh, well.
Good time.
Does anyone else seem to be aware of that?
I think everybody else is a little distracted. Well, Flynn, make a perception check for me. Actually, no, Flynn, you see the Marion over there, so you're probably also pretty distracted.
Yeah, see, everyone's so distracted. I don't know the dark entity well enough to know what it would want to do with this opportunity, but I'm sure
It wants to make popcorn and watch the drama that's about to unfold.
that sounds so benign.
It does.
I will say that the entity's prime concern is keeping Starhaven in the entity's hands. And out of the hands of the Stellar Imperium.
You mean I'm not going to do anything inappropriate?
That's between you and the evil entity, not me.
I don't believe you, Alex.
I mean, as long as you have a safe word.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I guess Alara's just standing there, having seen Ursa do this. She'll probably say, as I say it, "Sister, how did you do that?"
Sister,
Do you have the stone?
I was going to tell you when we got safe.
You
And I was
said-
going to give it to you. But I thought we would have more time before we were attacked. I'm sorry.
Well, the whole city is under attack, sister. You said the ferryman just showed up and left.
I said I didn't know where he was now and that he left. I'd never said that he didn't make a stop on the way.
Really? Clever wordplay. Is that?
I was
What you do
going to
now?
tell you, you know that I've never wanted it.
And yet you have it. So what really happened when I was under that building?
He just gave it to me. I protested. I said that I didn't want it, and he gave it to me anyway. But I figured I'd rather take it and give it to you than just let him have it and take it wherever. And then she'll take it out of her pocket and she'll throw it at Alara.
The stone sticks to your hand.
My hand?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Take it. She'll hold her hand out to Alara.
Alara will just give her a bit of a look, but she'll try to reach for it.
The stone repulses you, Alara. It doesn't launch you into the sky or anything. It pushes your hand back telekinetically.
Yeah, she's just, I don't know, looking at her hand, probably stings a bit. I mean, she also had a whole building on her just a moment ago, but...
Take it.
I'm trying to.
Ursa start like shaking her hand, like trying to get it off.
It remains no matter what effort you put into getting rid of it.
Is this must be another one of his games. Why didn't you just tell me you had it?
I don't know. I panicked and I didn't want to make any rash decisions right then when you were still trapped in a building.
Well, telling me seems like quite a rash decision. You know
I'm
how
telling you
important this
now.
thing is.
I'm trying to give it to you. I don't know. You know I don't make good decisions in the moment.
This isn't your fault. It's that damned ferryman.
Yes, it's his fault.
This is another test of his. I'm not sure how he expects me to pass this one.
Well, I don't want it, but it appears that I'm stuck with it now. So maybe we should go and figure that out as we go.
Well, yes, we'll figure
What
it out.
did you do in there to make him take it away?
I went in there. I saw the soldier we saw before, the one that stole the stone and was moving very fast, and
Yeah.
I simply tried to get the stone back. An explosion happened, the
Did
building
he just
collapsed.
have it? Was he just holding it
Well, he had it on him.
on him?
Yes, he had the stone. He was in the basement of the building. I was just trying to get it from him. I suppose the ferryman blames me for the destruction of the building and the deaths of all the people in it.
That's not fair of him. All you were doing was trying to get the stone. It's not like you intended to blow up the building.
No, I just missed a detail is all.
Well, we'll figure it out. Let's go now. We have to save Daedalus again, I guess,
Yes, and Starhaven.
in Starhaven.
The stone is in our hands at least, so...
Quite literally, yes. And she'll shake her hand.
Yes, also that. When this is over, we'll deal with that.
Yes. And she'll put it back in her pocket if it comes off of her hand.
It will go into your pocket if you're trying to put it in your pocket.
Yeah. It's inconvenient.
And Alara will watch with subtly jealous eyes.
Subtle? Really?
I don't know if it's that subtle.
Ursa will avoid looking at her sister.
As subtle as she can be in the moment.
It's a good thing none of us have psychic sense, because I assume that would be tingling.
Yeah.
I'm already just getting bad vibes.
I mean, if it's stuck to your hand, we remove the hand.
Oh my god. That's not evil.
Well, not if he doesn't say it out loud.
No, it's still evil even if you just think it.
I don't know. She really can't be a superhero.
So what are we doing next then? To look to Aelin and Flynn and Chimera. Is Chimera still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we require oxygen to breathe, so we can't just make a frontal assault to save Daedalus once again. We'll have to go wrest control of the station from her, and she will look back towards the where the image was displayed and narrow her eyes.
Alex, question.
Answer.
How far is the Facet Wild from where we're at?
In the Marion, it would be a couple hours flight.
Okay, so it's on like the other side of the freaking moon.
Yeah, it's pretty decently far away.
Yeah.
Be a lot farther if you had to walk.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Is this as a us steal a speeder or us do a Millennium Falcon style breakout and
It's like it's a Millennium Falcon style breakout.
well, crew, Daedalus indicated that the AI that controls
The
life
robots.
support, the robots and life support here in the city, has got a control panel, an access point in his lab, which is hidden in the Facet Wild. I say we make a break for it.
Also,
Just
hey,
sneak
Juke,
attack.
thank you so much for subscribing for 24 months. I really appreciate that.
So, we should look like an escaping refugee ship then?
As opposed to a
Something more
and
sinister.
as opposed to an attack. It's an indirect attack because he doesn't know where we're going, or she doesn't know where we're going.
Right. We won't have much time.
Well, it's now or never, and like Marion's right over there.
No, we agree. We should go. Are you two done?
Of course, we can't stand here talking all day. Let's get this over with.
Ursa's just smiling uncomfortably.
Juke, thank you
Okay.
for the bits and for giving a hero point to Andy. With your subscription, you have another hero point if you want to give it to somebody else, too.
Or give 2 to Andy.
Or you could give 2 to Andy if you wanted to.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Jonesy can have the other one.
Oh, well. Thank you.
Y'all got so many hero points.
Excellent.
I'm glad Kevin only has 2 because he's in control right now.
You don't.
We don't know that.
Yeah, take one of her hero points for lack of role playing. Get it.
It was
Please.
Cat speaking.
Seize Cat's hero point.
We don't do that around here.
We don't do that.
Man.
Right.
25 cents, Wiki.
Head on up to the boarding ramp of the Marion and look back for the others to follow her.
Excellent. You do have free reign of the starport at this point. You are able to get to the Marion. It does look like it has been fitted with some kind of mag lock in the impound area. So you'll have to find some way to get that off to prep for takeoff.
Chimera, do you think you can take care of that for us?
Yes. I believe I can.
Are you okay?
Of course, Evan. Why wouldn't I be okay?
Something is different about you. We can tell.
I've lost my technical abilities. Does the 21 get the police lock off the wheel?
Are you happy with the 21?
I'm sure as heck not spending a hero point to get it better than that. Since I only have 2.
21 is not good enough to get it off the lock.
A routine check would give me a 25.
Routine check would be enough to get it off.
Click, click. Oh, I forgot to reverse the polarity on the spanner. My apologies.
Why are you talking?
Talking like what?
More inflection in your voice than we've heard before.
Why do you have emotion?
You're projecting. I'm not showing any emotion.
I hate this. I hate. This is
Perhaps
my
your
least favorite
possession-
Kevin voice.
Perhaps your possession of the stone is affecting your perceptions and those of your friends. Hmm?
Chimera
Wow.
doesn't-
Really? The evil table guard dance. Thank you. All right. All right. We're going to shut chat off now. No, I was kidding. Wow.
Oh my god. I prefer the Cody voice to this.
What's the matter, Ursa? You gonna cry?
Oh man.
Thank you, Wiki. Wiki.
I'm into it.
I think
Oh my
this,
God.
given who our GM is, I think you've guaranteed this voice will be here for the rest of the episode at least. This is how he causes you trauma.
It's
It's so
working.
smooth.
We talked about that on M&M Monday today. Sometimes to traumatize superheroes, you have to traumatize the players, not the characters.
Well, we've noticed you trying that too, so you know.
Yeah.
That's not really news.
It's good for me. It's
Well-
good for me.
The ship is free, so perhaps we should move along. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flynn is slid up into the pilot seat and is flipping on knobs and flipping on the switches. And
Oh, Captain, it is good to see you again.
Wow. My God, Wiki.
Wiki's on fire.
Sheesh.
Look, I have a type.
So what this means, Kevin, is you have to come back tomorrow night and do all this ribbing back to Wiki.
Oh man. I do have a full schedule tomorrow. That's tempting.
It's very important. Did we have like places that we specifically sat on the ship, like roles you specifically did, or were we just sitting wherever? It's been
I
a
was
minute.
usually up in navigation. Aelin was.
I think Chimera was usually on the guns.
I don't know that Ursa and Alara actually had
Oh,
like
wait.
a.
I was probably on the guns if we were in a combat situation. Because I do some of the engineering stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Laura had an uncomfortable time down in the bathroom. In the showers, I mean.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
might
the
have
only
done some
place I
technology stuff.
remember is the showers. So Ursa's just sitting like in the back in a random chair.
Unless there's technology stuff to be done, but if navigation is taken care of, I'm not sure what that would be. So, I can be on the. Alara will sit near the sensor station. Occasionally, just looking in like a reflection of the window back at where Ursa is sitting.
Chimera will find an unattended console and begin reviewing the ship's logs.
Chimera,
we-
give me a technology check.
Will a routine check of 25 get it done?
Yes.
Alrighty then. Be going with these pesky dice. That's right, kids. You can avoid rolling dice too if you just do a routine check.
Chimera, you are able to get into the logs of the ship. You're able to see where it's been. It's been here for a long time, in impound. You're also able to see that there has been some upgrades done to the ship while it has been in impound.
Does it say by whose authority?
It does not.
And what is the nature of these upgrades? If you prefer to GM whisper it to me, that'd be okay too.
And artificial intelligence has been installed on board.
Really? What sort of artificial intelligence?
A preserver artificial intelligence.
Well, then we'll just keep that to ourselves.
Named Albion.
Named Albion?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I'm going to write that note down to myself because I didn't ask Jonesy what the AI's name was yet. Ship's AI. Albion. Perfect. But you're also able to find out some information about local pirate hideouts in the area, things like that.
I'll pass that information along.
Deep into the filters in your own memories. But sure enough, Jonesy, as Flynn hops into the pilot seat to get ready for takeoff, what does Albion look like as an artificial intelligence head pops up on the dash?
It's a little hollow image, hologram image.
Excellent. Does it have a humanoid body, or is it like a globe, or what's its deal?
Is it a max headroom?
No, no.
He's got a sweater. Look out!
No, it. For right now, it just looks like a little glowing orb.
Excellent. So this little glowing orb pops up. Captain, it is wonderful to see you.
Ah, there you are. Oh, are you ready to get us out of here?
It would be my distinct pleasure to. I am Albion of the Marion, correct?
You sure are.
Fantastic. What do you say we put this vessel through its paces, Captain?
Oh, it's been a little bit, so yeah, let's shake off the dust.
And everything begins to roar to life. Albion says, buckle up. And Flynn, I'm going to make this a group team check. To get out of the starport without having any trouble from the Blood Ravagers who are in control of it, or from the shield gate shutting. Flynn, I'm going to need a vehicles check from you, but everybody else, I will need some kind of check to contribute to that. And if the majority of you succeed, there won't be an issue. If the majority of you do not succeed, there will be a problem.
Those aforementioned guns, what skill does that use?
Range combat, 4 vehicles, whichever one's better. The safe word is hat rack.
Kevin, you're shooting things?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there went my idea.
You said there were like doors that we had to go through?
Yeah, there's a gate you've got to go through at the top of the dome.
Okay, good.
Before it slams shut and vaporizes you into the vacuum of space.
Use telekinesis to hold it open.
That is a potential option.
So it's kind of like we're stealing the Enterprise in Star Trek 3.
Well, I was going to try to use deception to basically sow chaos over the comm systems. Broadcast a bunch of different random garbled messages that would just throw off sensors. But I suppose that could work with Chimera.
Yeah.
Just firing guns.
Yeah.
I'm
You
here
can
for
still
it.
add to chaos is always good.
Yeah. So we will roll a deception check to do the aforementioned chaos.
The chaos.
That's a 28.
That is a success. Flynn, your 23 is also a success.
Mine's a D20 plus 12, right?
That's correct. Yep.
Oh no! I'm gonna spend a luck point just because I don't want to fail that bad.
Oh no! That was a 1 for the folks at home.
For the audience. Hey.
Ah!
Oh, wow.
Ah!
Wow.
Aha ha ha.
So that's
Your
a 30.
dice are as mercurial as you are. That's terrible. I mean,
Shut up.
ooh, it's like that little personal.
Spicy cat.
Don't love that. Okay.
What'd you
And
get
there's the
total?
chaos.
32.
32.
Oh, that is a big success.
And as the
I
chaos
do have
is
to
rolling
miss.
out, aha, I will miss completely. You know what? I will spend one of those hero points because I think the dark entity probably likes shooting things.
It's almost like you suck, Kevin.
Wow.
Almost.
Ooh.
Almost.
Very spicy.
It's a hostile
Man.
environment here.
Here we thought it was gonna be cat on or Calvin on cat. Instead, it's cat on
Right?
Kevin.
There we go. 27
You got the wrong VIN,
Started.
Cat.
to shoot things.
27 is a success. And Alara.
Is the dome preserver technology, or was that add-on afterwards?
It is preserver technology.
So could she use preserver knowledge to be aware of how a dome like that would come together and lock up around this gate in order to find the gap through how the shield appears?
Yes.
Ruby. Oof. Yeah, I'll take a chance on that. I'll re-roll that.
That's the spirit. Give me all your points, everyone.
No. But I mean, yes, but no. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, but I rolled a 3, so that is 27.
27. That everybody succeeds on their checks. Tell me what happens as the Millennium Falcons its way out of this Blood Ravager blockade. Starting with Kevin, or starting with Jonesy.
Well, Albion's like, strap in, and with that, we kick in the engines, and I hit the throttle and just shoot straight up. Immediately turn it into a bank turn and spin to slip by some of the Starcon's vessels.
Excellent. And Aelin?
Aelin she opens all of the comm channels she can as she starts piping feeds from one into another, overriding encrypted channels with just noise, all the different alarms and stuff going on within Starhaven. So she's cutting off communication between ships by overriding their systems, or by overriding their signals with other signals. So there is just complete and utter chaos as the Marion slips by, not necessarily unseen, but there's nothing they can do about it because they don't know if it's supposed to be on its way out or not.
Excellent. Ursa?
Ursa's just reaching up to where she sees the gate, and she's just sort of like holding the doors closed as well as she can to make sure that they don't slide and trap them in, the port.
And Chimera?
Using some pinpoint blasts of the cannon, sort of blinding the sensor nodes that may be trying to track us, and just causing general chaos. So hopefully anyone who is trying to figure out what's going on will be lost.
Perfect. And Alara?
And yeah, again, Alara is just looking for what would be a gap in the preserver-made defenses and looking for a way to get through it to get to the gate. I feel like Aelin and Alara should have switched seats if she's looking at navigation stuff, and Aylin's on the comm stuff.
I think we might have when it happened.
Like just leaning across each other.
Yep.
But she's looking for a way to get through the defenses, or at least the ones that are preserver technology.
Perfect. Chimera, you definitely take note of Alara's familiarity with the defenses of Starhaven. It rubs you the wrong way.
She must be marked for termination. I mean, what? I didn't say that way.
Termination, you say? But the Marion blasts out of the dome in a dazzling display of energy and frenetic smuggler ability, and you are all up in space above the dome, rocketing off across the frozen surface of Europa. Flynn, where are we heading?
We're gonna head north, I guess. I'm just heading the opposite direction of the Facet Wild, so we can then do a wide bank and head back to the Facet Wild. But I don't want to be heading in that direction out the gate.
Excellent. So cue the asteroid belt music as the Starcon begins as Conan sends a couple of vessels after you all.
Boo.
And we move into our first spaceship combat of Guardians of Haven.
Ooh.
And I don't really have tokens for the Marion or for the little spaceships. I have a map of the Marion.
Ew.
Huh.
Jonesy provided this, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yes. And everybody's on the bridge for right now. As a squadron of terrible starfighters screech out of the dome on their way after you all. Everybody click on your token and roll for initiative.
Crit initiative.
That's helpful.
What am I doing up there?
That you get for being evil, Kevin.
Yeah, stop being evil.
I would have delayed to a more opportune time anyway, so it's as
Uh-huh,
well that I
uh-huh.
rolled low. Now your back will be to me when my turn comes around.
Yeah, honestly, just kill Ursa at this point. She's stressed.
Wasn't Alara poking around in Chimera's head in our session 0?
Yes.
I don't know if... Okay.
I do remember that happening.
I mean, she's too distracted right now.
You
to
didn't get
notice
very
anything
far,
else.
if I remember right.
Yeah.
But you found something dark in there, I remember. We were
Yeah,
like,
I
what's
think
that?
that's why she didn't get too far
Mhm.
into... Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of funny that we were literally like, what's that? And then we just like never followed up. It's probably
Oh,
fine.
Alex.
That's typical. Typical behaviors. What's this? A clue? Let's move on.
Because Chimera was all right, so there was no reason to delve into any
Chimera's not
details.
evil.
Chimera's our happy-go-lucky friend.
Oh.
And forever
I
will
feel
be.
like our token should be a flying Winnebago. I don't know. I guess somebody would sue for that, so we can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
All right. So we have a map. We're in space. We got spaceships. We're doing our thing.
You
Initiative.
moved this map, and the initiatives all went away.
Oh no, I still have them on my tracker.
Okay.
I've got Aelin on 26, Alara on 19. I gotta actually put you guys in descending order. Aelin, Flynn, Ursa, Alara, Chimera, bad guys.
So all the bad guys are going at the same time.
It's true.
Yeah.
Aelin, over to you.
Well, it works so well getting out of the station. I would like to try this again. Since we're on the Marion, and I would like to attempt a feint by doing the exact same thing that I was doing to get us out of the system. I would like for it to affect all of the ships, but feint as a standard action can only affect a single enemy. So I will give you a hero point.
Well, here's the cool thing.
Okay.
You can affect a group of minions all at the same time. You
Ah,
can affect all of the same kind of minion at the same time with one interaction skill per minion rules.
okay. Then I would like to do that if these are minions.
6 of them are minions.
6 of them are minions. So
This
you
hot
have
shot here in the front with the purple with the blue dot is a non-minion.
go little blue dot go. So you have so Aelin will start messing with the comms again to distract and disorient the fighter pilots, and if this works, 3 of my allies will get the bonus from my feint.
Excellent. Pope Brandon Brownson says, "Punch the spaceship."
Punch the spaceship. We
It's always
can't
a
cast,
So,
I cannot cast punch in space, but I can roll a 30 to mess with their comm systems.
A 30, you say?
Yes, 30, I say.
I can't roll with 30, so you have rendered the red group of minions here, which is everybody but the blue guy. They are vulnerable.
Cool. I will give that bonus to Alara, Ursa, and Chimera, because I figure Flynn is piloting.
Yep.
Excellent. So, Aelin, you're hopping onto the comms. You're still basically just yelling gibberish into their brains.
It's not even Aelin yelling gibberish. She's piping in communications from all different frequencies. Basically anything that she was able to capture on Starhaven, anything that was in the Marion's data banks. So it's very possible that there's a lot of Errol Flynn Robin Hood being spouted at the at the fighter pilots of the Stellar Khanate. Maybe some 60s, 70s, 80s rock and roll. Just a whole bunch of random stuff that makes them just go like, what the heck is happening? Why can't we talk to each other?
The Blood Ravagers would be loving this, but these are Stellar Imperium guys, so they're like, this is too much noise for me. No, thank you. Flynn.
Flynn will be flying casual. No,
I don't know who they're here to arrest. It ain't us.
no, Flynn is going to be flying defensively. So
Perfect. We'll call that the defend action, basically, for the ship. Instead of them rolling to hit your dodge or parry, you'll get to roll a dodge or parry check to resist the attack.
And does that work like the character thing where if he rolls a 10 or less, it acts as if it was a hero point?
Yes, yep.
Excellent.
So you're guaranteed to have a better defense, or at least equal defense to what you usually have.
That's right, kids. If you're playing Mutants and Masterminds for the first time, there's ways to avoid getting hit. Check those rules out.
That's true. But Flynn, you buckle in. Albion is like, I've never been in a fight before. This is so exciting. And you guys are ready. Brace for impact. Ursa.
Ursa's gonna try to reach out and crunch some of the ships. The red ones.
Oh shit, Ursa's got takedown too.
Oh, and they're vulnerable to her.
Woo!
We are just made of spaceship, ma'am. Please don't blow us up.
So I'll start with this one. What do you want me to do? Just telekinetic blast?
Yeah, just telekinetic blast.
in space, Ursa makes you scream.
27.
That'll hit. And it is destroyed.
Next one to the left.
Ursa's playing Galaga.
25.
That'll hit.
Take it back now, y'all.
It will not be
No.
destroyed, however.
Not
That's
a nat 20.
I love a nat 20.
Okay. Does the Moonstone have any effect on these?
Sometimes.
Okay, so it's just like a random thing.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I will. That's good. I'm fine. I'll stop.
Cool. What does it look like as you destroy that ship out there?
She just sort of like reaches out her hand and closes her fist, and it crumples like a ball of paper.
Beautiful.
And it just floats away.
Alara.
Wow. Double checking that I can. Oh, that's not an area thing. So what I was thinking of doing is creating an illusion to get one of these ships to fire at the other. Because I don't know if I do a burst thing, since we're out in space, it's only still going to hit one ship anyways, right?
Yeah, those squares are pretty far apart.
Yeah. So I'll target one of the ships in the back to make one of the ones towards the front look like a smaller version of ours. See if we can trick them into shooting each other.
Excellent.
Using illusion.
Not the illusions.
Well, it spat out a syntax error there, but the DC should be 21.
The pilot gets a 22 on their resist illusion check.
Dang. If only I had something that was an actual attack. Could have used that bonus. They're not vulnerable in terms of...
Just makes them easy to hit.
Right. They're vulnerable.
Right,
to
not their
dodge and
active
parry.
defenses. Yeah. And I don't know that... You know what? Let's just go for a mind crunch. I'll exhaust myself because I'm not going anywhere.
Exhaust or fatigue?
Fatigue, rather.
Okay, cool. Well, I need a natural 20. Can I do it? Nope. You take out the pilot of that ship. What happens, Alara, as the pilot stops piloting?
So at first she's reaching out to like create this illusion that that I don't know, that I guess Red Leader looks like our ship. But she's too distracted by the thought of the stone. So she's unable to do like the precise configuration you need for an illusion to make it look realistic. So she just decides, screw it, crouch.
Red 5, you've turned off your targeting computer. Bam! My brain! Alright. Good job, Alara. Chimera.
These people chasing us, it wants them off of Starhaven, yes?
Yes.
Okay, well then. Suppose I will attempt to blast the closest one. That's the leader type. Yes, look at him go. I will target the leader.
And Wiki has given Kevin moral support for the evil that he is about to be up to.
Hell yeah.
Traitors.
And there's a bonus.
Immoral support.
There's,
Moral support.
there's some other bonus flight around, yes?
They're vulnerable to you.
The leader is not. The minions are.
Yes.
Okay, well that's all right. I'll use that +2 moral support then, and makes that a 25 to hit.
That will hit. And the DC of the Marion's guns is 27 because it's rank 12. His ship is unharmed. What does it look like as you open?
A barrage of blaster fire opens up from the Marion. It sort of pings off. It doesn't hit the shields of that leadership at an angle that penetrates the shield, so it's still coming.
Oh, he coming.
Down the mountain.
The leader is going to tap on his comms and say, ignore the chatter, Red 2. And he's going to strafe the Marion with some gunfire. So Flynn, you'll get a d20 plus the Marion's defense. We have a stat block for the Marion, right? Yeah, we do. Okay.
Yeah.
Or no, we have a map for the Marion. We don't have a stat block for the Marion.
I believe it's a dodge of 37.
I don't think that's right.
I think that's right.
Flynn,
What are
is
the
it in your
chances?
is it in your POR build?
It is not.
Cool. I'm gonna open Hero Lab and pull up Star Cruiser, and we'll build off of that.
I don't have. I don't have Cosmic Hero Handbook handy.
That's cool. I got it.
Looking
Hold,
at the
please.
shelf, going, yep, Emerald City and Freedom City and Atlas and a bunch of other M&M books.
We're looking for like a space. Not a space shuttle. That doesn't sound right.
No. I think the lore Star Captain template in Hero Lab, the stock hero, I think that one has a Star Cruiser. Relevant to it.
Yeah, I think it's the space cruiser here. Which? Oh no, that's colossal size. That's not right. That's like a Star Destroyer.
Well, if that's what we got.
No.
It's in the picture. Oh, that never works.
It's probably similar to a Daedalus class space plane. I'll pull that up. That'd be like a Quinjet. Gargantuan size, autopilot. Yeah, this looks like what we're dealing with. So it's a defense of -4. What I'm gonna have you do instead, Jonesy, since we're sort of making up space rules on the fly, I'm gonna have you make a vehicles check for your defense instead of using the defense of the ship.
Okay.
So
So what do I need?
just a vehicles check, and if you roll 1 to 10 on the dice, you get to add 10 to it.
I got 28.
He misses you. As the laser blasts shoot off into space next to you, you're able to avoid that. He will take a move action to come a little closer, though. And the minions are going to break off into 2 pairs and take a strafing shot as a team against the Marion. So one's going to roll to aid. It will successfully aid and give +5 damage to this one. So they'll roll to hit. Go ahead and give me another vehicles check, Jonesy. Balls.
$17.
So it becomes a 27 because it was a 7 on the dice. And I rolled a natural 1, so I missed. And then the other one rolling to help succeeds, gives +2 damage to this one. Jonesy, one more vehicles check, please. That becomes a 22, so that will hit. I need a toughness check, Jonesy. The Marion has a toughness of 13.
Seriously?
Hmm.
That's a whopping 17. I'm going to spend a hero point to roll that.
Okay. You got 5 luck points, too, if you want to spend a luck point.
Luck points. Yeah. So 24.
With a 24, that is going to give you a bruise. So the Marion takes a bruise as there is laser blasts that strike the side of the vessel. The consoles spark. The whole ship rocks. Aelin, back to you.
All right. Well, did we hear over the comms the pilot telling his comrades to ignore the chatter?
Yes, because I said it and you heard it, so
Yep. There's a hero point, Alex.
trap me with my idiocy.
I am gaining the taunt advantage,
Rude.
and Aelin will get directly onto the comms, targeting the leader of the ship. And I will use deception to demoralize. Basically, click on and say, "Oh, well, now that wasn't very nice, we don't think. You know, there were more of you, and soon there shall be less. And when we return to Starhaven, there will be a reckoning, unlike you have ever seen before, but you won't be around to see it." Hero point to reroll that. I want this to work. It's 28.
28. He has
Needed
a
it.
25, so it does work. He's going to suffer a -2 to all of his rolls. He'll be impaired.
And yep, and that's not something I set up with everybody else because it affects him and not a bonus for everybody. So I turn, I look at everyone as they're probably listening into that conversation. I click off the mic. Well, he's all yours.
And you hung up on him. That was rude.
Yep.
I had something pithy to say, but fine. Anything else, anyone?
I think that's gonna do it.
Perfect. Flynn.
I'm going to continue to fly defensively. So
Perfect. That makes you really hard to hit, so that's a good move. Ursa.
I'm gonna try to crunch the ships over here. Physically crunch, not mind crunch. Obviously.
Oh no, not the physical crunch.
17.
That will hit.
Good.
But it does not hurt the ship.
I'm gonna go fatigued. I'm gonna do it again. 21.
Let us live.
No.
That one is okay still. Actually, do you want a hero point?
Yeah.
You do manage to destroy that ship, Ursa.
But
the telekinetic wave that emanates from the Moonstone knocks the Marion a little dizzy. Flynn is going to get a -2 penalty to his defense checks. As
Sorry,
the ship
Flynn.
is like, what's happening?
Gravitic anomaly detected.
We appear to be carrying something that's ruining our thrusters. But that does trigger your takedown, Ursa, so if you want to keep going.
okay. Sorry. 28.
That will hit. That will destroy another one.
Then can I hit big guy?
He's not a minion.
Okay, so I can't move on to him.
No, but you can move on to the two down there if you want to.
Oh. Oh.
Yep.
I didn't even see him. They're behind my little character guys. Okay, then yeah, I'll keep going. 26.
That will hit. As
Millions
Ursa
of
is
go-go.
tearing apart the fleet. That one is unharmed, however.
Okay, well, I'll stop since I already did enough damage.
So, Ursa, what does that look like as you rip apart two spaceships with your bare brain?
So she sort of does the same thing that she did to the first one, to one of them, and then she uses that and just like crashes it into the other one since they're so close together, and they just sort of like end up a just big hunk of metal together. And then she sort of stumbles as the Moonstone rocks the ship, and that messes her up for these other ones down here.
Excellent. Alara of the House Moon.
Well, their leader is demoralized, so let's just make that worse with another crunch.
No, not my fleshy human brain. Or lore brain. That's a stagger for old mate.
Nice.
What are you doing to his poor brain, Alara?
One sec. Fatigue is...
-1.
Oh, it's impaired. Okay, no, never mind.
Yeah, exhausted is.
Oh no, I mean, fatigue. Exhausted is what I was looking at.
No.
Yep.
I keep mixing the two, but yeah, she is. I mean, I think she might have been thinking, okay, let me try the illusion thing again, and then the ship gets knocked a bit by the Moonstone, and just this twinge of like, that wouldn't have happened if I had it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Which again, she won't say out loud, but she will think it, and just that moment of frustration adds a bit more force to what she's trying to do with this psychic attack.
This is why he didn't give you the stone.
Oh, Calvin knows.
Alara lacks
She's a
this thing called
bad-
self-awareness.
Yeah, I mean, she was obviously lying about the encounter at the basement.
Yeah, Ursa's
While
like,
being
I
mad
wonder
about being
what
lied to.
happened. Yikes.
No, she has some growing up to do.
It's fine. It's fine. Good job, Alara. Anything else?
No, I don't think there's any move action I can really. Can I do anything with the sensor station as a move action to assist with the piloting checks, or the? Am I in front of navigation still?
I think you are in front of navigation, but I would say that'd be a standard action.
Okay, yeah. Then that's it.
Cool. Chimera.
All right. I will try to take another shot at. Actually, just shooting people doesn't seem quite evil enough. Is it possible to use technology to attempt to override the control systems of that lead pilot ship, of that lead enemy ship?
Because of the nature of what you are, I will say yes.
And
27.
that should frighten everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
27.
Even with a natural 20, you have prevailed.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to shut off or do with his controls?
His maneuvering system. So he's just drifting along, unable to maneuver or dodge.
Perfect. So those of you who are looking out the back do see that the engine's cut off on the lead pilot's ship, and he begins to coast. He lists lazily to the left. He is attempting to turn things back on, but it doesn't seem to be working. Chimera, what does that look like on your end?
Sort of just glancing over his shoulder to see that everyone else is appropriately busy, and begins tapping into broadcast systems and pumping out override codes, which hopefully will be unnoticed by anyone on board the ship, that lock onto the command console of that lead fighter and begin overriding things. Perhaps At a distance, there is a panicked flurry of motion as that pilot is alarmed at this sudden turn of events and is desperately trying to restore control of his ship. Hopefully all for naught.
Excellent. Evilly excellent.
Yeah.
These two are going to do their best to take some shots at the group here. They'll fly a little closer. And they will pour a couple of torpedoes into the side of the Marion.
Torpedoes.
Yeah.
So one does successfully aid. For +2
Ooh.
damage. Flynn, I need a vehicles check to resist, to determine your defense, and you'll get a -2 to this roll thanks to the rockin'.
All right.
So it's
No.
a 21 -2 is a 19. Do you want to take the hit or do you want to spend a point?
I am spending a luck point because that's the whole reason I have them.
Excellent.
Because I'm specifically supposed to be a hotshot pilot.
This is your whole thing.
This is literally my whole thing.
Your whole thing is looking fabulous while being a hotshot pilot.
That's true.
God, I rolled a 1 on the first check. I rolled a 3 on the reroll.
Which becomes a 23 -2 is a 21. That will still miss. You can spend another point if you want to.
Yeah. I did up my luck just because of this. That's
Just keep
20
going up by increments of 2.
Yeah. For the
that's
total.
no, that's a 23 as well because it's 25 -2.
Yep. So that will still make the torpedoes hit unless you want to spend another point.
No.
Give me a toughness check for the Marion. It's a d20 +12 right now. You're looking for a 29 against the torpedoes.
Woof.
You said it's what's the toughness?
You're at a 12 right now because of the bruise.
Seriously?
So is that a 19 total?
That's a luck point. That's what that is.
Ah.
Oh my god, I can't roll higher than 5 tonight.
Roll 20
Wow.
wide.
I got luck points for days, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. So that was a
14 on the die.
14 on the die.
So 26, that'll be another bruise for the ship. As the torpedoes impact with the hull, and again, the ship rocks back the other way from where Ursa was rocking it. So you've sort of found equilibrium again.
Yep.
Don't know if I'd call it that.
Demoralized boy's controls aren't working, but he will take the recover action. Kevin, high or low?
Hi.
Low.
Very, very low.
So, Kevin, would you prefer that he had his stagger removed or that he brought his controls back online?
I prefer that you have the stagger removed.
Then his controls come back online. Because you got the opposite of what you wanted.
You had to roll a dice for that? Oh.
Recover removes the worst condition that the character is suffering from, but in this instance, I think a stagger and the ship being turned off are equally bad. But the ship does come back online. He's still staggered. Aelin.
Yeah, we'll go back to fainting the remaining minion groups. And that's a crit. So 36.
I'm not even gonna bother.
You're not, no.
They are fainted.
Yep. So again, she left the signals alone last time while she demoralized, leaving them to think that the captain had done something to help their systems, and then she just cranks everything up to 11 on the remaining 2 ships.
Perfect. All right. So they are vulnerable to whoever you want to make them vulnerable to.
Chimera, Ursa, and Alara.
Perfect.
I don't do physical stuff.
Ursa.
Okay.
Flynn?
Flynn. Why did Flynn get skipped?
Don't know.
I can't see the turn order. I don't remember.
It's Flynn.
I don't
Flynn's
either.
next. Flynn's on 24 after Aelin's 26.
Well, surprise, surprise. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Flying casual.
Yep.
Take evasive maneuvers. As Flynn is rocketing the Marion expertly through space, Albion is having a great time. Ursa.
All right, I'm doing the same thing that I've been doing this whole time.
Smack the minions.
23.
That is a good smack on the minions.
Yeah.
Is it good enough? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
For the first one.
Another one. Crit. Nice.
DC 32.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? I'm going to give it to you because that's rude.
I'm the attacker, though.
You are the attacker.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then if you want to go fatigued or exhausted, you can do that too.
I'm already fatigued from last time.
Cool.
So I'll just hang out then.
So you smash 2 more ships. Hotshot's there by himself with a stagger and a barely functioning ship. Alara.
Well, he didn't lose his stagger, so let's see if we can't make that worse
Yay.
with a crouch.
With a crunch, you say.
Crouch, crouch. No.
Wow.
You know what?
He rolled a natural 20 to get the exact number he needed to not get crunched.
That's annoying.
I feel pretty good about my odds about staggering this guy. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't because the math isn't on my side. But I really want to give it a go.
Do it.
Okay. I'm going to exhaust myself.
The tiniest nudge.
No!
The math was on my side.
Boo!
There it was.
Boo!
The opposite.
I rolled a natural 20, then I rolled a natural 1. So what happens is you burst this guy's watermelon in his spaceship back there.
So she's pretty much turned away from the station she was looking at, hand stretching outwards, basically towards the back of the ship, like in a direct line towards this guy. And she's kind of just channeling all her anger at the ferryman, at losing the stone, and maybe a little at Ursa.
A little bit. Just a little.
Unfairly, perhaps, but all of that she's putting towards this guy. And whatever happens inside the ship is very graphic, and it's very good that we're not there.
Excellent. As his brain leaks out of his nostrils and his ship dives into space and hits Europa after a couple of minutes. And the Marion is scot-free, racing off to its destination. Great job, heroes. Kevin, please roll a d4 for me.
A D4.
A d4, please.
1.
Chimera reasserts control as the Marion blasts off to its next destination. Because there's no tag backs in DID.
Wait, huh?
You can't be the same personality in a scene twice.
Oh, okay.
In back-to-back scenes.
Ah. Curious.
Yay, Chimera's back!
He's back.
And as the ship rockets off heading towards the Feywild by way of going a long way out of the way, I think that's probably a good point for us to go ahead and take our break. So we're going to get up, stretch our legs, grab a drink, grab a snack, anything we want. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Woo.
Word Maximus, you're right. That's probably not true always, but it's true right now. We'll be back.